that you've never, ever discussed before, ever, on any podcast, potentially with anybody. Usually when you're a kid, do you remember the name of the first person you ever had a massive crush on?
That's a good one.
If not, what about the first girl you ever kissed? Do you remember that person?
Yes.
You do? Okay, so either one doesn't matter. First kiss is a little more validated because there was something there. First crush, usually it's only one way. There's no do this. Don't tell me. Do not tell me this person's name. I don't want to know if it's popular. I don't want to know. But hear me out. The trick you do with Jon Dorenbos, and John's amazing, but you said King of Hearts. Do you know in the hierarchy of cards that are picked, King of Hearts is the third most common card picked. He knows that and I know that. That means that statistically, it's not 1 out of 52. Ace of Spades, Queen of Hearts, and then it's a toss between King of Hearts, 7 of Hearts. If I did this with 100 people, 40 of them would pick one of those 3 or 4 cards. We both know that. We know the statistics.
Yeah.
Most people pick the Ace of Spades. So if you pick a name that's very common, and I guess it's not as impressive. Do you see in the top, is there a thing that says ranks on the webpage, baby names? Is there in the menu to say ranks, R-A-N-K-S, ranks, so you can see the years? Is that a treadmill behind you?
Yes, it is. It's my mom's.
You did not come up. Babynamesranks.com. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
It's the same site. The only thing is it allows you to search by year. So hear me out. Rather than saying, oh, my name now, your name now doesn't matter, right? You were born 24 years ago. So here's what I want you to do. Don't tell me. I don't want to know anything. But think about when this first kiss happened. Think of what year it might have been.
Oh, that's good.
Think of that. It doesn't matter. As long as you're close. In your mind, think of how old you might have been.
Okay, I got it.
And what I want you to do is type her name in, then put a space, and then put the year. And now what will happen is you will be able to find out the information based on that year. Now, don't tell me the ranking. I don't want to know, but type in. So if the name was, Rebecca, 2012, you could put, that in and let me know when that comes up. And then my one question for you is this name the same way I had you rewind through your life? And I said, year 3, year 9, I went through all different things. I want you to close your eyes right now and think about how old you were. I know I'm putting you on the spot here and you might not know, but think about how old you think you were at that time. Don't say it, but think about it in your mind and open your eyes when you think you're there, back in your life at that moment. Open your eyes when you think you're kind of right there.
With my first kiss?
Yes. Like when you don't say anything, but just open your eyes when you can visualize it happening and you think back to about when this was in your life.
Yeah.
Okay. I think there was hesitancy, which means you think you know how old you were, but you're not sure, but it was still what I call non-formative years. If this was when you were 6 or 7, year 1, just this peck on the cheek, you wouldn't remember it as clearly. You remembered this clearly, but it was in between. I think this was near the tail end of your high school. Were you about 17 years old?
Close, yes.
Was it 18?
No, lower.
How old?
I think I was about 16.
Okay, close enough. We're in the same ballpark. I want you to think of this person's first name. Do you have anything there that you can write on, like a marker or a pen and paper? Don't do anything yet because I want them to see I can't do this, but I want you to think of how many dashes. Do you know the game Hangman?
Yep.
Don't do anything. Don't write anything. But in your mind, think of how many dashes you have to make to spell the name. Count it in your head. Don't tell me, don't move your lips. Don't use your fingers. Don't tell me.
Okay, got it.
You counted more than once. You wanted to be sure.
Yes.
And then you went back, and both times you got the same number. A lot of times you get it wrong, and the first time you did too many, you went again, and it went like this. Ba-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba. It's an even number. 6 letters, isn't it?
Yes.
I want you off camera to write down the name. Right now, off camera. Do it so there's impossible for me to see. Write down that person's name off camera. As big and thick as you can.
Okay. As big as and thick. Okay.
Yep. So when you turn it around on camera, there's no way I can see what you're writing, right?
No.
Hold it in front of your chest facing you so there's no way I can see it. Look down right now and look at the letters and imagine yourself grabbing one and peeling it off the paper. Can you imagine yourself peeling one out of there?
Yep. Yep.
You didn't do the first letter, did you?
I did.
You did, right? We went right from the start, from left to right, and it sounds like a hissing. It's an S, isn't it?
Yes.
S. And now in your mind, you're thinking 6 letters with an S, 6 letters with an S, and you could crank out and see which names have 6 letters with an S. But I think this is something unusual and something with an N. It's not an M, an M, not an N, an M. It's not Sammy, it's not Samantha, but it sounds like that E sound at the end. Your first kiss was a girl named Salome, wasn't it?
Jeez, yes.
Turn it around, show us.